Recently, at the University of Virginia, researchers did a study in which they asked students to enter into a small room. And as each student entered the room, he or she was showed that the room was empty except for a chair and a button on the wall. If they pressed the button, they got a pretty strong shock. And each student was asked if they'd be willing to pay not to get shocked again, not to have to push that button again, and most agreed they'd rather not get shocked again. It would pay part of what they were getting paid to participate in the study, not to get shocked again. Then each student was asked to sit quietly for 15 minutes and just think about life, and left alone. What they found was 25% of the women who participated in the study pushed the button repeatedly rather than sit in silence. And 65% of the men hurt themselves rather than just be alone with their thoughts. One participant pressed the button 190 times rather than sit with his thought. Time and space for quiet thinking, contemplation, meditation is not only rare in our culture, it is increasingly uncomfortable in our culture. And you and I, people of faith who have decided to undertake a spiritual journey, which most of us in this room have by definition, understand the importance of having some sort of prayer practice, some sort of meditation, contemplation. In the circle, we're pretty clear that there is no one right way to do it, but there is the importance of engaging in some form of silent contemplation, meditation, prayer life. And it also turns out that as much as we know that, many of us, myself included, sometimes just overlook the need to be silent because we're busy, because the kids need taken care of, because we're passionate about saving the world, and so there are petitions to be passed out, and computer emails to be sent, and phone calls to be made, and committee meetings to be attended. Thomas Merton, in his letter to a young activist written 50 years ago, told a young friend of his, there is a pervasive form of contemporary violence to which the idealist seeking peace by nonviolent methods most easily succumbs. Activism, hyperactivity, overwork. The rush and pressure of modern life are a form, perhaps the most common form, of innate violence. To allow oneself to be carried away by a multitude of conflicting concerns, to surrender to too many demands, to commit oneself to too many projects, to want to help everyone with everything, is a way of succumbing to that violence. Do not depend on the hope of results of your work, of your inner work. When you are doing the sort of inner work you have taken on, you have to face the fact that your work will apparently be worthless and achieve no results at all. Hear that one again, please. I'm speaking this one to myself. Do not depend on the hope of results. When you are doing this sort of inner work you have taken on, you have to face the fact that your work will apparently be worthless and even achieve no results at all. As you get used to this idea, you start more and more to concentrate not on the results, but on the value, the rightness, and the truth of the work itself. So, in a moment I'll invite you into a time of meditation, contemplation. And for those of us who've been on the spiritual path a while, it's tempting to immediately go into the meditation posture and the relaxed shoulders. And, okay, here it goes. To which I say, relax. And to those of you who think you don't know how to meditate, you're only here because your friend told you should come check out the celebration circle, you're wondering what's going to come next, how are we going to do this, I can't do it right, I don't know how to do this. Relax. All of life is conspiring for you to relax and feel refreshed and renewed in every moment. The birds do it, the bees do it, the flowers do it. Only as humans think we're too busy to do it, don't know how to do it, have to go to a weekend workshop to get trained in how to do it. All of which has perfectly valid too. It's not either or. I simply invite you, as my friend Ray plays a little music, to take this opportunity to simply be who you are and who you are becoming. Come. Come into the presence of that which always has been, always will be. The unfolding of life. And that unfolding takes different forms in different seasons of the year, in different hours of the day. But in this moment, as we perch on the brink of spring, won't you prepare to receive the healing, renewing energy of spring? To remember and recognize this is a time of experiencing the balance of light and darkness, not just as a metaphysical concept, but as a physical fact. Just for the next few minutes, won't you relax and feel the eternal rhythm of life dancing through your limbs, your blood, your heart, every cell and fiber of your being. Relax into the ceaseless cycle of breath, of inhale turning to exhale and exhale turning to inhale. Feel there is nothing you need to do to make this happen. Simply participate with this ceaseless cycle of expansion and contraction. Breathing in, breathing out, receiving and giving. The ceaseless cycle of life itself. Just as winter yields to spring and shadows yield to light, and the new growth of green leaves color in the bare brown branches of the trees around you. Just as the cold nights become warm days, so too, allow yourself to feel the newness of life. As Father Sun bathes Mother Earth and all her children, and you, with an infinite supply of radiant energy. Now.
And whether you are sitting still or dancing freely through time and space, won't you feel the fullness of grace as you take this opportunity to open your body, mind, and spirit at a deep level. Breathe. Allowing your belly to fill with air. Breathe. Breathe into your body. Breathe into your mind. Breathe into your spirit. Take this breath and truly receive. Renew and remember. Remember what it means to bathe in this infinite supply of light, love, health, well-being. This surrounds you every moment of every day. But right here, right now, especially in this moment of rebirth and renewal. Breathing deeply, breathing fully. Allow your weight to sink down, down, and down as your roots go down, deep into the ground, into Mother Earth. And yes, you're inside a building with walls and floors, but as you sink your weight down, allow the floor to melt. Allow the concrete foundation to melt. And as it does, the divine earth dweller that is you reaches down into the sacred darkness, the richness of Mother Earth, and the deepest recesses of your soul. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Breathe calmly. Receive. Renew. Remember. Experience and know at every level, at the very cellular level of your body's being, at the deeply spiritual level of your soul becoming, that all is well. All is well. Receive. Renew, remember, all shall be well. Breathe. Know that the rhythms of life, the ebb and the flow, the light and the darkness, the births and the deaths, the joys and the sorrows are yesterdays and tomorrows, all arrive at the precisely perfect time. If only you open your mind, open your heart to receive without judgment the many, many gifts of your life as they arrive now, right now. And now. And now. Right now, you are invited to receive all of the gifts of light, love, renewal, insight that are streaming towards you, through you, as you, now, in this rhythm of life. Won't you dare to plant your prayers, your goals, your seed thoughts now? Plant with ease as you rest in the stillness now. And now. And now. Receive. Renew. Remember that this is your birthright.
Know too that you are not just soaking this all up for your own benefit so you can stash it away and hoard it for yourself, but so that you can share it freely, sending it forth to others, magnified and multiplied by your willingness to receive and be a channel for love, light, and healing. Rest in the awareness there is nothing you need to do to make this happen. You need only be willing to receive. And to give. From a place of ease, love, abundance. Now. If at any moment you find your mind drifting off to other thoughts or feelings of unworthiness, simply notice and come back to this moment. There is no button you need to push. Simply be.
And in this moment, feel the power of taking your rightful place as a mighty channel for good, as a powerful co-creator of peace, prosperity, and plenty for all beings on our precious blue planet and beyond. And know beyond any doubt that all of life is being renewed through you, as you, by you. And by your willingness to do this, to breathe, receive, renew, and remember. And so it is. And so it is. And so